Once upon a time, in a distant kingdom, there lived a wise king who often pondered how to teach his people responsibility and initiative. One morning, he came up with a special plan. The king ordered a massive boulder to be placed right in the middle of the main road leading into the city, a road that everyone, from merchants and farmers to officials, traveled every day. Once the boulder was in place, the king said nothing to anyone. He quietly hid behind a bush near the road, waiting to see what would happen. He didn't care who was rich or poor, noble or lowly. He simply wanted to know, would anyone be willing to do the right thing without being asked? Days passed, and people came by one. Well-dressed merchants, courtiers in elegant robes, they all saw the boulder, frowned in annoyance, and walked around it as if it were someone else's problem. Some even shook their heads and complained, "Why doesn't the king keep the roads clean?" And so they continued on their way, leaving the rock exactly where it was. Not a single person stopped to act. Several days later, after many wealthy and powerful people had passed the boulder without a second thought, a humble farmer appeared. He carried 2 heavy baskets of vegetables on his shoulders, sweat soaking the back of his shirt. His legs were aching after a long walk, but as he approached the rock, he stopped. He didn't complain. He didn't look around hoping someone would help. He simply set his baskets down, walked over, and began to push. The boulder was large, heavy, and stubborn. The farmer strained, using all his strength. Time and again he slipped, grew weary, but he didn't give up. The sun rose higher in the sky. Drops of sweat fell onto the dusty road. Finally, after great effort, the boulder began to shift, then rolled off to the side of the road. The farmer sighed in relief, wiped his sweat, and went to pick up his baskets. At that moment, he noticed a small leather pouch lying where the boulder had been. Surprised, he picked it up and opened it. Inside were gleaming gold coins and a handwritten note. The message was clear. This reward is for the one who cleared the obstacle from the road, the king. The farmer stood speechless for a moment. He couldn't believe the reward was meant for him, but it was his diligence and silent action that made it possible. The story of the boulder in the road wasn't just a test by the king. It carried a deeper message for all of us. Every obstacle hides an opportunity. The wealthy and powerful who passed by could have easily asked for help or moved the rock themselves, but they chose the easier path, to complain and walk away. They saw the problem, but not the opportunity. They saw the boulder, but not the potential beneath it. Only the farmer, with no status, no wealth, acted with his hands and his heart. He didn't expect a reward. He didn't think anyone was watching. He simply believed that if something was wrong, someone had to make it right. And that quiet act led him to a reward no one else could have imagined. Not just a bag of gold, but a lifelong lesson. Those who dare to face hardship will find the opportunities that the lazy will never see. You see, life isn't always a bed of roses. The obstacles, the boulders on our path, they're not roadblocks, but invitations. Invitations to grow, to become stronger, to become braver. Some see difficulties and stop. Some complain, blame, or walk away. But there are those who choose to rise, to act, even when no one sees or praises them. And it is those people, the ones who take action, who change the course of their own lives. Remember this: every challenge is a hidden opportunity. Every problem is a gift waiting to be unwrapped. And sometimes, a single quiet action can lead you to a reward you never dared dream of. So next time you face a boulder in your path, don't rush to complain. Smile, because maybe, just maybe, behind it is something wonderful that life has saved just for you. That's the end of today's little story. Thank you for listening, not just with your ears, but with your heart. If this story brought you a bit of inspiration, a moment of reflection, then that is the greatest gift I could ever receive. And if you know someone who's facing a boulder in their life, please share this story with them. Who knows? A simple tale, a quiet moment of listening, might just change a day or even an entire journey. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next story. Wishing you strength, peace, and the courage to move the boulders on your own path.